What's going on, everybody? If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place because I'm Mr. ILF. I'm Derrick Forston, and I go all over the world showing people how to start their own housing program, meaning get into real estate, help people do the will of God. If that sounds good, you're in the right place. One more time, I'm Derrick Forston. I'm your new big brother. And this beautiful girl over right here, like, she's so pretty. Actually, I normally let her do this, but she's so pretty today, y'all. Like, just especially to me today, I'm going to introduce her. This is my better half. Her name is Shay Forston. We call her Shay. We make it real easy. S-H-A-Y. She is the founder and thought leader of the Angela Denise Foundation, where she's changing the lives of mostly older women, but all women throughout Central Florida, and taking people from homeless to hopeful, and also doing great work in the community with her nonprofit. How did I do, Shay?
You did an excellent job.
Good stuff. Well, if you want to agree to me, go ahead and do that.
Do me one favor. Just check that. Move that remote. So let me help him so we don't get things messed up.
Let's do a mic check, actually. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Hit the home
Can
button.
5 of y'all put in the chat that you can hear me loud and clear? That way we know we good.
The home button at the bottom. Sorry, guys. Derrick put something on our
that don't matter. As long as they can hear me, that don't matter. Can you guys hear me? Because Shay gonna keep pointing. I ain't gonna find it, and then she ain't gonna talk. So, Jermaine, can you hear me okay, big bro?
They say yes.
Milk
And what
Keisha
about
said
me?
yeah.
Am I good? Can y'all hear me as well? So just let us know. Okay, loud and clear.
Perfect. So welcome, everybody. Y'all got a lot of choices of where y'all could be, and y'all chose to be here. So we super appreciate that. So tonight's title says, what life should look like in the inside of an ILF.
Oh, I love that.
But before we just kind of jump into that, I want to greet all of my new people, because I never want to just take for granted that everybody just know us, right? Mm-hmm. So if you just discovered us in the last 7 days, type the word new in the chat. N-E-W. And then again, if you on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Chatter, Clubhouse, anywhere where you can only hear us. If you podcasted, come to the YouTube channel.
Come on over.
That way that we all can chill and grow together. You can kick your feet up on my couch and my coffee table. Bring your favorite drink. So that's tea, coffee, or your adult beverage, because we getting ready to learn a little bit, and I got a lot of announcements. I also invited a lot of nurses. So I want to give a big shout out to a nurse named Miss Tracy. She's invited 19 other nurses,
congratulations,
and they all work together in the same place. She said that she's going to be watching us on an 80-inch screen TV with all of her nurse friends. So Miss Tracy, I appreciate you. Let me know once you get in the chat. But again, if you're new to us, type the word new in the chat. I want to greet you personally, because I also don't want to move too fast to where you just don't understand who we are and what we do. Right. So we run independent living facilities. And that is just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight.
Right.
Also, if you knew to us, you didn't know this, but Shay and I are the trademark holders of it. So there's a whole trademark that we did. It's called ILF, Independent Living Facility.
Yeah.
So the teacher model, the how-to, the structure, and how we teach it, we own that.
And the consulting.
Right. So at the consulting side. So when you hear this from other people that's call themselves pretending to teach it, don't you be fooled. Most of them copying us anyway. So welcome home. I'm your new big brother. Type in the chat, what's up, big bro, if you new to me, because I'm your new big brother. No matter if you 85, 25, or 15. If you love God, love real estate, and you love people, man, this is it. You can't show me nothing else that you can get into other than you going to be a pastor or a bishop yourself, because me and your pastor are no different. We both love God. We love people. We work in the community. And we doing God's will.
Yeah.
Because not because Derrick said it, because it sounds good if I say it, but the Bible says the poor and needy will always be among us. Meaning the guy that can't afford his own apartment, his own house, his own studio. I'm the in-between between some guy going to the street or trying to get into a group home which he don't even qualify for because he's too independent.
Or can't even afford. A lot of people don't realize that the cost is astronomical when it comes to different types of housing. And this is that in-between space for the person that really can't afford, like Derrick said, you know, the everyday, the down payments, the security deposits, the deposits for lights and water, all of those things. So this is that in between to help people get on their feet to get into their own place. So that's what the independent living facility model is. And knowing that we may have some residents that never graduate from the ILF. and they stay with us forever, right? So just know that this goes far and wide. Like, we can house so many different populations within this umbrella of a model. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. So I don't see anybody that typed the word new in the chat at all. So I'm gonna assume we're all family. So what's up, family? So one more just call for anybody, because I never want to just jump into stuff, because if we're all family, I am gonna do that. But if you guys are new to me, I like to give a little bit of an intro. But if not, I'm gonna jump right into what life should look like inside an ILF. And when I say that, some of y'all gonna think of different stuff. So I want to kind of have fun with this title tonight. Because even right now, Shay and I sometimes, probably 60% of the time, don't look at the title before we jump on.
We don't.
Sometimes our team just kind of figures out what it should be, and they post it and we run with it. So one more time, the title says what life should look like inside an ILF. I still don't see a word that says new, so I'm jumping in. TikTok people, you guys come over to Forston Consultants. That's Forston. That way you guys can join all of us where we're at, and I can read your questions on screen. So Shay, what do you think of when I say what life should look like in an ILF? What do you get from that, and just give it to the people?
For me, the first thing I think of is the community atmosphere, right? What are we setting as the precedents of how we want to see people living, not just aesthetically, but the bonds, the relationships that you want to create and nurture in your ILF? Because I think that's what causes for such greater outcomes when you have a structure that's been set up within your ILF to help people really reestablish themselves in community, in life, right? Regaining their self-esteem. So that's what I look at, and that's what I think of when you say this.
Put in the chat if you've been around us longer than 4 weeks, right? Or 4 days, don't matter. When I read that question out loud, EPH Consulting, what does that mean to you? What life should look like in an ILF? Because I can think of aesthetics, I can think of cleanliness, I can think of all the safety features that we should have in it, right? Prime example, we got into almost an argument a couple of weeks ago on this channel about, do we allow digital door locks on the bedrooms or not?
Yeah.
I don't. Shay does.
Correct.
So I'm a little different, but that's not a right or wrong issue.
Yeah.
But I will admit, some of us that will fall under the safety issue of it. Correct. So even though I have a key, she may do a code. We both have access to that room.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think about what it should look like in the inside, because I'll be honest, as a coach and your big brother, I think about the safety stuff. Because most of y'all get so happy and you just want to start and help people, you forget to check your smoke detector.
That's
because
good,
most time when you rent this property from a landlord, that guy ain't changed the smoke detector battery in 2 years. And just so happen that Duracell just keep running. But I tell all my people that I coach, when you go rent that house, just so you got a peace of mind, you replace the batteries brand new.
Yeah.
Or you do like Miss Tiffany did in Jacksonville and contacted the fire department. They sent people out and gave her all brand new batteries and they installed them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the fire department to do stuff. I actually didn't know that. Also, there's another company that does that, not Salvation Army, that red place with the cross.
Red Cross.
Red Cross, I heard, does that.
He said the red place with the cross.
I heard brand new smoke detector, because they don't want. Watch how this makes sense. If your house burned down to the ground right now, God forbid, guess who's going to be one of the first people in your neighborhood trying to give y'all shelter and a place to live?
Red Cross.
The Red Cross.
Yeah.
They rather spend $10 because they buy so many in bulk to keep your beep, 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 beep working versus to spend thousands of dollars on you because you now homeless because your house burnt down.
Yeah.
Put a number 1 in the chat if that makes sense. So one more time, as your big brother, I think of the fire extinguisher that none of y'all think about.
Yeah.
So I jokingly tease a lot of my new people, like as I'm coaching them as like what should be in the house. Most of y'all go to curtains, the vase or the vase, the flowers, the armoire, the sofa, the recliner. Should I do chairs, Derrick, or couch?
First things first.
I ain't think about none of that.
Safety.
Most of y'all, and that's why I'm the big brother. I'm thinking about what if your guy starts cooking rice. Like my guy did 6 years ago, fall asleep. I got a guy cook rice every day of the week. Shay just recently bought this same guy a rice cooker about 2 weeks ago. Watch this though. I've been housing this guy over 6 years, all 6 years. He cooks rice and beans every day.
Every day.
I don't mean Monday and Wednesday and on the weekend. Every day. And most times it's got chicken, pollo, and beans.
Yeah.
And he cooks so much of it, most of the time he feed everybody else in the house. This one time in 6 years, he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Thank God I taught them not only how to use it, but I had it available.
And that's
so another thing
Jermaine
I teach my people, let's not just give it to them. I believe in actually buying one, and some people call this wasting money, but I don't. It's a training session. I'm going to buy one from Amazon and show them how to use it in case of a fire. Now, we're going to use it outside. But I said, guys, and lucky for me, the guy that burnt up the kitchen, he panicked and forgot what to do.
Yeah.
But the roommate heard the beep, 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 beep. Somebody say, thank God for the beep, beep, beep. Yeah. That's what saved us. So one more time as your big brother, I'm thinking about the smoke detector, the fire extinguisher. We done got so fancy now where upon move-in, we make it a part of the move-in packet.
Correct.
I'm recorded using that fire extinguisher. Shay, now I'm going to mess this up because I'm live right now. Y'all in my living room. Shay, what's the acronym for how to use it?
PASS.
That PASS.
Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep.
The people that are coming March 28th to our ILF walkthrough, you're going to see a sign in the kitchen that's laminated that's saying, in case of a fire, PASS. Yep. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Yep.
So again, not y'all fault. You just don't think of this. You thinking like me that nobody's going to burn this place out because we are independent people.
It don't matter.
Just like y'all can fall asleep on that rice, so can he.
Yeah.
Now we give them rice cookers that turn off in 25 minutes, or go to that warm setting where they can't burn up nothing. Just the rice gonna get mushy.
Yeah, like oatmeal.
So one more time, most important for me, if you taking notes tonight, if you new to us, what I think should be in this place, and it could be a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna talk about some aesthetics, but I'm gonna want to go with safety first. I also want to put things like a AC cover over the AC. Mm-hmm. I don't want my guys dropping the AC down to 63 in the summer because it's gonna freeze up and nobody gonna be able to enjoy it.
And Derrick, can I tell you,
and Tyrone gonna have his window up in the back room and the air going out the window anyway.
Derrick, everybody does it. It never fails. If you fail to have a AC cover, you are in trouble when it comes June, July, and August. Oh my God. Because those are going to be your peak seasons for the AC, right? So that's going to be the months that you want to be padding your pockets for to make sure that you have some extra ducats, because that's when your light bill is going to be pretty much higher than ever. Is in that June, July, August is where you're going to see that increase of of your utilities. So you want to make sure that you have that cover on the system. Also, making sure that you have regular maintenance on certain items in the house. So for one, it's going to be the AC.
Come on, Shay.
Right? That is another thing that we look at and have in place so that our residents, so that we are sure that our system's going to work during the summer, right? The last thing you want to do, some of y'all saw it last year. Derrick and I were here live. I got a phone call from my residents that my AC went out. We were already hitting 100-degree temperatures. And thank God our local Home Depot had the portable AC units. And I literally had to go buy 5, one for each room. Okay, because guess what's going to end up happening? If you that's an emergency issue, and that's how we look at it. Anything over I think it's 80, 75 degrees, it's too hot because it's just hot. It's muggy, it's sticky. Nobody can get comfortable. You don't want people to leave because you're not doing your due diligence and you don't have things set in place for if something happens. So these are things that you want to make sure that you have in place and implemented in your ILF. Yeah, Jermaine, mine this month was actually $500 because we had a lot of cold snaps. So I was going from heat to AC, heat to AC, heat to AC. Florida was bipolar it was crazy. We would go from 30-degree days to 80-degree days and in less than 2 days. And that's what was happening. So my bill is pretty high this month too.
Yeah. And then another gem that I didn't know for a long time, y'all. Here I am putting a cover over the smart thermostat. You don't have to do that if you have a smart thermostat. You can digitally lock it.
Yeah,
meaning I don't care if they turn it, they hit buttons, nothing changes. So, guys, these are a lot of the mistakes that I made in the beginning, and we probably should talk a lot more about this core stuff. We talk about a lot of the how to and do this and don't do that, but sometimes it's this stuff. Jermaine just put in the chat his bill was $600 from a little gym that we just mentioned. Now, granted, now I'm gonna give Jermaine a little bit of a pow because I think that's in my coaching with even the DIY.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned in that coaching about some of the things that we get to keep the cost down. And if I didn't, here we go. Take notes. We get a thermostat cover if you move into a place and they got their old school thermostat. But if you in a place that you say, man, you know what? I'm going to upgrade this thing because the owner told me he don't care.
Right. Yeah.
Or they got one in there already. That's bad English. But if they have one already installed, better English, and it's older, if it's the smart one, find out how to lock it. Because it's also going to probably require a code or something. That way you don't need to put this unattractive plastic cover on it. I don't care about that being unattractive. Because we got the one that got a key, and some of them got like that scrolling number of the 3 code, right? But whatever. Now, I'll admit, now today, I want them all to be smart. That way I can keep the aesthetics, which I'm going to next. I can keep the aesthetics looking a little bit better, okay? Now, right before I go into aesthetics, the room just grew a little bit bigger. So I want to just reintroduce who we are and what we're doing. We're going to probably take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and answer a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Shay and I are the answer to what you've been praying for. And I don't say that arrogantly. You've probably been praying to get into real estate and show the love of God through helping people. You just didn't know that you can merge them two things together. We can call it a ministry. So we teach independent living facilities, which we also trademarked. So these are not group homes. These are not IDDs. These are not ALFs, that traditional assisted living facility. And the difference between it, because our people that we serve, they can cook their own bologna sandwich, right? They take their own medication without you pretending to be a nurse. Now, I invited a lot of nurses tonight. Nurse Tracy, thank you. And we also don't provide transportation. We are not driving these people around per se. Now, we have found the cheat code of how to do that through Uber for business.
Right. Yeah.
There's 2 kinds of Uber. Uber, the one you're going to call to take you to your cousin's house, and Uber for business when you want to do professional stuff and you want to transport stuff, gifts, people. Shay found out there's an Uber courier. Shay was dropping off meals to a lady for 4 weeks in a row through an Uber courier. She never went to the restaurant. The restaurant went to the store because the nonprofit paid for it.
The restaurant.
I'm sorry. Right. The Uber guy went to the restaurant, picked it up, dropped it off to the lady that was the recipient of Shay's good deed. So I forgot the point I was on. Hold on.
You're talking about the Uber.
The Uber, right. So that's the kind of one of those cheat codes that we kind of got around because we're not supposed to be driving people. We don't feed people. Meaning I'm not there cooking their lunch and dinner. Our people are independent. That's the difference between this and a group home. So these are, again, the cheat code that you get into real estate and doing God's will. I'm no pastor. I'm no bishop, but I am no different from your pastor. I just don't have to go to a church on a Sunday and hold a microphone and preach to a congregation per se. But we still show the love of God through real estate. We house the homeless, the needy, the military veteran, the elderly adult, the domestic violence survivor, sex trafficked women. All that's what my wife also deal with. And then the elderly women. But also the teenagers aging from the foster care system, if that's your lane. So welcome to our show. It's called Don't Wait to Be Great. I am your new big brother. And if you are new to us, type in the chat new. I just want to greet you personally, and I want to just tell you thank you for being here because you guys got a lot of choices of where you could be. Text the word new in the chat. And then right after that, I also want you to text the word nurse, LPN, CNA, or healthcare. If you are in one of those industries, one more time, LPN, CNA, a registered nurse, I want you to type that in the chat. We're going to take a really quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the show. But just in case if you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them, everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property. We put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info, that's MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back, and thank y'all so much for joining us again. Y'all got choices of where you could be on these internet streets, but y'all chose to be here. So I see LPN, RN, I see healthcare. I see a lot of that stuff. So let me know if you're also new to us or you've been around a while, because if you've been around a while, we just going to continue the conversation. I just didn't want to skip over nobody that was new that
Correct.
Didn't know what this was, because again, these are not group homes. They're not IDDs. All of those require a license and a $30,000 sprinkler system. Yeah. This is the cheat code to get started right now. This is the right now model. Because basically, guys, we rent a property or we lease it. Now, you can buy it, God bless you. But 95% of, probably 96% of people that I coach can't just go and buy a property to do this in. Some of them have a property already. You take a lady like, I'm going to pick on somebody in the chat right now. You take a lady like Tia Johnson. Tia Johnson met me with property, which means she's in the top 3% of people that I coach.
Right.
The other 97% of y'all, I got to teach y'all how to go and get a property. And no problem. I'm just telling you that if you already own the property, you probably 50% further than most people I'll ever coach. Probably 97%. Because again, most of y'all don't come with me with property. So that is a blessing. Two of y'all put in the chat, congratulations, Tia. Like, right. I want to be like you when I grow up, because that's my goal also, to have a property that's paid for free and clear.
Yeah.
Now, Tiffany, Tia's family to me, and I can say that. She's giving me permission, so I ain't telling her business, but God has been good to Tia, y'all. She don't owe a dime on that property.
Yep.
Put a number 7 in the chat if you wish to like have a goal like that, to have an income producing asset that pays you monthly and you don't owe a dime on the asset no more. Now, say what you want to, that's powerful. And if you don't agree with that, you just hate. That is a powerful move, Shay, to have really a real estate property and you don't have a mortgage on it. Shay, every property we own is a mortgage on it.
Yeah.
A big one. That's why we do this model, because multiple people equals a larger income.
Right.
Now, Shay and I also got property where there's a mom, dad, and 3 kids. That's the one income. In fact, one of our houses, the husband left the wife. So we just a mama. He got her pregnant and he gone. She got 3 kids now. She still pay that rent through the grace of God.
Amen.
Thank you, Jesus, that she never missed rent. Now, she late sometimes, but she don't miss that rent.
And she's been a tenant of ours for over 5 years.
Long time.
Yeah.
But this is also why we love the model, that the ILF model, because I take that same 4-bed, 2-bath, and I take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. The military veteran, the elderly adult, the guy that's sleeping behind a dumpster tonight because he don't know that you can start a program to house him. It's some people sleeping like behind a park bench tonight because you haven't got started yet.
Exactly.
My brother used to always say this: you are the answered prayer to somebody. Because at nighttime when I pray, y'all, and y'all can steal this prayer, I say, God, make me the answered prayer to somebody. Somebody praying right now, God, give me a nice place to live.
Yeah.
God, I can't afford an apartment. I surely can't buy a house. But God, I don't mind a shared environment. I don't mind if I got to live with other people. God, but let it be right. Let it be good. Let it be clean. Somebody praying that tonight.
Yeah.
So I say, God, can you merge my prayer with that person? Because I'm also not afraid to pray this. God, keep me away from the knucklehead. That guy that don't want to pay rent, he want to sneak women through my window at 2 o'clock in the morning. He want to do drugs and alcohol. God, keep that guy away from me. Because I want to deal with the guy that's praying to you that want to change his life. God, that's why I want to partner where you at. Now, that guy, it's a place for him, but not at my program. Does that make sense? Everybody put a 2 in the chat. I'm going to give it to Shay. And then I want to check on my nurses. Is anybody new to us as I let Shay jump in and tell you guys how she run this from a nonprofit standpoint? And is it any difference? And then Shay, do you do anything aesthetically or your rules because you nonprofit and I'm for profit? On you, honey.
Wow. So as a nonprofit, I don't do anything much different from Derrick. My structure is his structure. He was my coach, right? This isn't something that I came out knowing and built. Derrick built it. I joined on with him, and we've just grown and continue to expand what we're doing. But from a nonprofit standpoint, there's no difference. My rules are the same pretty much. I do have some leniency dependent on what the situation is. Excuse me. I do also have grant funding. I have donors. I have consistent donors. Some of my donors have been with me long term and they're consistent. Like Derrick just spoke of, I'm able to do other things like feeding those in need. So that's one of our big projects that we do. We've been able to partner with Metro Diners. We've partnered with Azteca. We've partnered with all sorts of different restaurants in the area, and they help us provide meals to those in need. So like Derrick just said, we did a 4-week program for a family that's being housed in a hotel, unable to obtain food resources. So Metro Diners, thank you to you all again. We're the ones that cook the food every day. I Uber couriered it, not Uber Eats. It was the Uber courier service, picked it up and delivered it to the family every day, Monday through Friday for 4 weeks. And that's kind of the things that I can add outside of what you do because I get funding for it. So that Uber cost really didn't come out of my pocket. It was a grant that we had received for over $1,000 from Walmart. So thank you, Walmart. And Walmart covered the couriers. That's what we wrote it for. And Walmart returned the favor real quick. So like those are the things that I can do a little differently than Derrick can with the for-profit, because people are organizations want to pour into nonprofits because they know we're doing something and impacting the community. Now, there are times that I can partner with Derrick, excuse me, through a grant. I may get funding and I may get a phone call for a mail. I don't house mails. So I can then transfer the payment of the rental fee for that mail over to Derrick's ILF or anybody under our under the Forston Consultants education model that we teach and train. So again, it's just a lot of little nuances that I can do. Again, the aesthetic is pretty much the same. The rules are pretty much the same. The only thing I'm a little bit more flexible on is the family interaction. So like prime example, I may have family members or residents that have never had connection with their family for a long time. And once we see, like, let's say they're fostering that new relationship and that family member starts coming a little bit more often to pick up that individual, and I can see that it's looking good. Like prime example, one of my residents, her aunt wants to come. They have a Mexican heritage and background, and the aunt wants to come and spend time with the ladies because she's seen the growth in the niece, and she's the only like active family member. The aunt and the cousin are the only two excuse me, active family members with this young lady, and they want to come and spend time with the residents because the way the young lady that I house talks about her housemates, they're her family. So they've already asked me, can they come and do a family style meal where my auntie cooks and she's teaching them how to cook a specific type of meal. And I'm okay with that. Like these are some of the things, right? And that's what we're going to utilize it for. And I told auntie, don't worry about it. I'll pay for the groceries. Let me know, send me the list, and I'll either order it or you send me, whatever you want me to do, and we'll make it happen. So those are some of the things that I'm a little bit more lenient on. But of course, there's a process that people have to go through before I give them the yes, that they're just welcome to come in the house and just hang out and do certain things like that, because it's liability. Now there's other things that take place in that. Like there's going to be some release of liability waivers that the family have to sign, all of that stuff before we even have that that interaction at the house, that setup at the house. I'm lost for words today. I really am. Derrick treated me so well this weekend, y'all, that I'm still living on cloud 9,000. Not even cloud 9. Like I've flew past cloud 9 to 9,000. Y'all are gonna see all of it on our Married to the Mission series. We recorded everything that took place.
Subscribe to our other channel, guys, if you want to see a lot of our back scene stuff. I think she want to tell y'all now.
I'm not,
but we want y'all to join the other channel at Married to the Mission. Subscribe there
so that y'all can see
why
it.
She's kind of floating, still in the days.
All I'm gonna say is thank y'all, because I had y'all speak some words a couple of weeks, about a month ago, and y'all prophesied. Go ahead, y'all.
So anyway, big shout out again to all of my nurses and all my healthcare people. I put a big, I'll say a clarion call out today in terms of those specific people. You guys are already in healthcare. You guys naturally already care for people.
Right.
That's one of the biggest parts to this. Even though the health care, and meaning the actual care physically for these people, meaning bathing, feeding, giving meds, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We still care for people in what this is, right? We show the love of God. But I'm trying to be careful of the angle I'm coming from here, right? Because I'm almost getting a little mixed up with words too, because there's another point that I want to make right after that. In fact, I'm gonna make that point now because I think it's important. I'm not sure who this is for, but I'm seeing a lot of questions this week about, should I start this, Derrick, with a partner? If you're husband and wife, I love it. Let's do that. But if not, be very careful who you choose to get into this with. We're in a season where we can't afford to make any mistakes. The world is crazy. Times are tough for a lot of people, but the need for this housing is still pressing.
Correct.
I just want you guys to be careful, use your discernment, and also pray about who you choose to get into this with. My favorite way is to tell you to start this on your own or your spouse, and then you branch out to help. But you and the home girl, not sure. I'm a coach and a big brother to a lot of y'all, and I see a lot of people start together, but they end up falling out. And sometimes it be for the smallest things, like what we gonna name it.
It's a lot.
How we gonna advertise it?
How we gonna split this money?
How we gonna split that money, that money?
Yeah.
So one more time, let's be very careful.
Yeah.
And ladies, God gave y'all something that we knucklehead men don't have: intuition. So you can use your common sense, intuition, and prayer. And as your big brother, I'm telling you, and watch this. Judas, who betrayed Jesus, God picked that joker. He was one of the 12. So watch this. Proximity does not guarantee loyalty.
Ooh, Jesus. That's what we doing tonight?
That was powerful. And I watched Jermaine because he may try to put that on the t-shirt. But I'm being serious, y'all. Judas betrayed Jesus and sold him for 30 pieces of silver. God picked that joker. Jesus himself, he followed, he saw the miracles, meaning in your layman terms, y'all hung together, went to the club together, y'all drunk together, grew up together, but maybe that's not the one you start this with. I don't know why I'm getting
you got TikTok going crazy with these
Jesus picked Judas as one of the 12, and that joker turned his back on Jesus. Proximity does not guarantee loyalty. You can put that on the t-shirt. You can swallow that. You can tell it to somebody else. Do what you want with it. I'm going to take a commercial break and I'll be right back. Be careful who you choose.
For a minute.
If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-06 0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that, but and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property, and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association, because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense?
All right, we're back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. You heard the guy. Don't be like my knucklehead brother, David. So it's Derrick, David, and Dennis. David is an absolute knucklehead. Don't go get your ILF in an HOA or housing community association, because most of the people you're going to house don't drive. So you don't need Tyrone outside your fence trying to figure out that number. We don't do these in HOAs or gated communities. Shay, on you, honey.
I feel blown by what you just said earlier. Proximity does not equal loyalty.
Just that, and for people that don't know what that means, that just simply means the people that's close to you,
they done banned you again.
That don't guarantee. I'm surprised I'm even back. That don't guarantee that they're gonna be loyal to you.
Wow.
Build this dream on your own, man, or use your family, man, or your wife, your husband, your boo thing.
Miss Nay, welcome from TikTok.
Not that lady you met last year at a conference. Not your co-worker. Guys, in fact, not tonight, but I'm gonna go into I told y'all I'd have been on the Channel 8 News. I'd have been sued. One of the people I thought I was going to start this with years ago sued me, because when you start this with somebody that don't have the same vision as you,
come on,
they just want to collect money and do no work, that joker going to sue you. And that's called a jealous friend. You got the grind. God gave you the idea. When God dropped this thing in your spirit, it wasn't no conference call. That was a call. Boy, I'm preaching later. That call was just to you. That was a one-way call. That was 3-way and it one conference. How many of you not joking, not being funny, right? Because I do laugh and joke and have a great time with y'all. How many of y'all feel called to do this? Say, Derrick, I feel called to do this, bro. Type the word called in the chat. Just type the word called. He didn't call your home girl. The only way he did, if you call your girl to say, girl, and y'all say at the same time, girl, you won't believe what I got to tell you. If y'all say that at the same time, God told both of y'all. But I guarantee you 99% of the time, he only told you. And I talk about starting this thing now, and you build a team as you come along.
Yeah.
T. Sims, you don't call your homegirl to help you now, because she want to take all the credit. She ain't going to do no work and want to spend the business credit card on vacations.
Ask him how he knows.
I'm done with that. Because Shay, if one person get it, I'll be happy, because Shay, I'd have been through everything these people could ever dream of.
I can't even keep up with the calls coming through the chat. So just give me a second. I
saw something on Facebook today. I'm going to address it in a minute as soon as Shay hop in. But look at all these people typing in the word called.
I'll say this, and I mean this when I say it. Because not only in the ILF do I see it, I also see it in other businesses that I consult, right? I'm a consultant and I assist with other businesses and their ventures and their growth and their, all of the things that they're doing. And you see it all the time. You've got one person that has the vision and that's going to put their hand to the plow. And that other person, which I call the bandwagon friend, The bandwagon partner. This partner just came on because it sounds good, and they think that they found an easy way to make money.
Man.
And most people don't realize that when you're an entrepreneur, you work harder than you do for your regular job in this space. I'm gonna say it again. You work harder for you should be working harder for yourself than you do for Mr. Charlie, as Mom would say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should be working more hours. Your brain does not rest as an entrepreneur until you get things implemented and in place. And if you don't have somebody to partner along, to be with you and be a part of that with that same grind, don't do it. Because I'm telling you, they're going to want to split 50-50, and they did 2% of the work. Not even 20, they did 2%.
Like
2%.
I didn't make it up. Like it was so bad with this guy. I'm talking about, like, my family saw it. Like
his mom.
Like he want to just go and go and go. And
you got a new flavor of the week every week.
Yeah.
And you bring them to the houses like this is what you do.
Guys, watch this, because some of y'all won't admit it. My picker was off. I had a bad picker. I thought he had the same heart because we had the same job. But that didn't mean nothing. My picker was bad. I had a bad picker. So before y'all even pick, I'm telling you the cheat code, pray. And not that I didn't pray. It seemed like it was meant to be. What's it? Boy, we had the same job. That wasn't God plan. And boy, did I ever find out fast.
We went to court,
and the
y'all.
whole time, here go my partner right here.
We went to court.
Watch how the devil kind of blinded me. Gave this one a great job. 6-figure job, corporate America, leading corporation, building buildings downtown. Y'all go downtown right now. She ain't got credit for building some of the buildings architecturally, meaning plans and stuff, not with her hands. Great job, great organization. But when God blessed this thing and I got real busy, I said, "Shit, I need some help." She was like, "Well, what am I gonna do?" I said, "Well, you gonna house these women now, because I got these guys and the women." Because when Shay had a corporate America job, I had like 9 ILFs. Some of them were women, some of them were men. Needless to say, for me, the guys were a little easier to deal with.
And the ladies were a mess.
So Shay came in and brought order, right? And changed population, kind of, sort of. Yeah. I won't say young, but
they were younger. They were younger.
See, like as soon as Shay took over, the call started for the older and the sex trafficked.
Yeah.
Different population, different call. So when you're called to this, sometimes you can't choose the population.
Yeah.
You got to let the community dictate the need. So you say, "Well, I want to house military veterans, Derrick." Do you? What if the first 13 calls you get is for middle-aged women that lost their job but get an income from the city? Do you say, "Well, my dream was to house veterans, so we can't really help you today"? Bye. No, the devil is a liar.
That part.
So again, in under 45 minutes, I'm doing good tonight because I'm actually done.
We're going to do questions.
I only really wanted to come and splatter a little bit of information.
Wow.
We talked about some of the safety features. I heard about somebody said something about $30,000 in the chat. I want to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
Right, but I also want to, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you guys, especially if you're a nurse, LPN, CNA, or you in healthcare, period, or you just love God, love people, and love real estate.
Yeah.
We want to show you guys in Orlando, Florida, where I live at. I want to take you to Shay's ILF.
Our houses are at
a running active ILF. Now, I'll admit, we're only taking 30 people, and we're only taking 10 people to tour the ILF.
Correct.
The 10 people is the VIP ticket. So go to ilfconsulting.org. And guys, I made this so stupid affordable. Like, you'd be crazy to say no to this, especially if you're local. Most of my events are $1,000 plus. Guys, the regular ticket for this is $197. And I'm going to feed you. The VIP ticket, guys, is only $297 to get the learning, the teaching, the guidance, the gameplay. But then the 10 people, I'm going to walk you through it, and we're going to continue to learn. Because once you see certain stuff, you're going to have more questions.
Yeah.
Because Shay got all kind of electronics, and Shay run her house almost AI-ish compared to me. In fact, I may rename her house. Shay has the AI ILF. Shay got a lot of toys and tricks that I don't. I'm kind of the old school. We ain't locking no doors in here.
We are.
I got access to every door. So It's a little different. So I want to show you, and also why I really want to show y'all this, right? Again, not joking. The goal is I want y'all to get into this by leasing or renting if that's what you're able to. Now, if you can buy it, God bless you. But I want to show you what the goal is eventually.
Correct.
I want to show you one that Shay bought and put 70 grand into. And I'll admit, I'm going to show you stuff we still need to do.
Oh,
that's how honest I am. In fact, our back fence, you're going to see when you get there. That's going to cost me probably $18,000.
You better go up.
So, am I being too modest?
Yes.
Remember, you got to get 3 estimates. But when you come, I'm going to show, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to show you.
Sure ain't.
After the 70 grand, what's one more thing we really want to do? I'm going to show you what's the goal eventually, which is to buy them. But 97% of y'all can buy, lease, or rent this place. And watch this. Most of y'all under our coaching can get 2 of these and walk off your job.
Hold on, Derrick. Stop. I'm sorry. We got to address the elephant in the room.
I
ain't calling EPH an elephant, but good Lord.
What's happening?
We should have took her with us to do what we did last week over the weekend.
So, wow. So can everybody read what's on the screen? Then I want her and maybe Shay. No, you know what's perfect? We have
this Wednesday. We have
the ILF Collective coming up this week. So you're going to be speaking. You don't even know it yet. Because if this is stemming from the information I gave y'all the other night, this is amazing.
This is wild.
This is what coaching does. Looks like I gave some information.
She said, yep. She said yes.
Did she? Watch this, y'all, because I'm going to prove a point to people. Well, why you got to charge? Watch this. Let's just say she paid $5,000 to get in my program. In less than 30 days of knowing me, she just went to the bank and got the bag and got $45,000. 15 times 3. Business credit and lines of credit. She learned that in a session that we had that was less than an hour and 30 minutes. Guys, that is powerful. And watch this. I take no credit. First of all, we always give credit to God for what he does. But guys, I take and buy a lot of coaching.
This is wild.
I have spent over 6 figures in coaching and learning so that when you come to me, you skip the line.
This right here, Derrick,
powerful.
Is powerful. This is called moving at the speed of instruction.
See, I can't see the chat while I'm running my big mouth, really.
Everybody wow.
How many of y'all would love to have $45,000 in your possession by tomorrow from some advice? But watch this. If you don't do what we call move at the speed of instruction, how will she ever get this information if she don't invest in herself? Oh, this is some good stuff, whether y'all agree or not.
Antonia, I'm so proud of you.
Antonia, like, that's like, you
I am proud. Like, sis, this
it sounds like from what you said in the chat, you went to the multiple bank thing, like I told you, right? Is that what you did? And also, not being funny, but also big shout out to everybody else that chimed in that knew about the play I was giving. But how did the play get told if she never joins that group? That's why, not being funny, I don't feel sorry for people that don't invest.
She said, I have been cheering all day. So you in the same boat as me. So we both on cloud 9,000. We just flying high tonight. I'm with you.
Lord have mercy. That is so powerful. Sis, can you do me a favor? Can you just introduce yourself to everybody in the chat just really quickly, if you don't mind? Because you family to us. Tell people your name, where you located. When did you join our program? Y'all, she ain't even in the one-on-one coaching. She's in my favorite one now, which is the ILF Collective, the group coaching, where we meet every 14 days of your life for a year. They get me every dog, and they go by so fast. It's already
it's time already.
So look at what she got to come back with. So if I was in that group, I'd almost not be embarrassed. I would feel a little pressure, like, wow, she did exactly what Derrick said and got 45 bands.
Can I tell you something?
What am I doing?
Can I tell you something? Every group she's in, she's doing that. Everybody like, dang, girl, slow down. Don't slow down, speed up.
I would almost not be embarrassed, but not my feelings hurt. But Tia, what's a better word? Like, hurt? Because if you got what she has in terms of the score I gave, you know how much money I paid to learn what I told her to do?
A lot.
And I'm going to just say it because y'all family, I don't hide nothing. We paid for a $35,000 coaching. And within the first 2 minutes, he said that. I said, oh my God.
It was worth every dollar.
We can do that. And guys, I'll admit the rest of the class was good, but the first, how many seconds are in a minute? 60 seconds? The first 120 seconds, is that 60 and 60? I was like, oh my shit, did you just hear what he said? I said, Shay, he said, we could go to every bank and do this. Lord have mercy, I'm done with that. I am done with that.
Remind us to tell, okay, Antonia, remind me.
That's why March 28th, if you're not coming to see me in Orlando, what are you thinking? Because I'm going to give that play in Orlando.
Ooh.
For a $197 ticket or $297 if you go VIP. So last time, and I'm going, because I want to answer 3 questions and I'm out of here for the night, because Shay want to date me tonight, y'all. She actually want to take me somewhere, and not like that. When she tell y'all the secret, you're going to understand why. But Shay want to date me tonight, so I'm all for that. I even got a little dressed up, y'all. Y'all can't see my bottom, but I got on a little, you know what I'm saying? But watch this. March the 28th, Orlando, Florida. It's a live event. It's not recorded because I want to show you the ILF.
Correct.
It's called the ILF Anywhere Tour, and I want you guys to go to ilfconsulting.org. If Jermaine, Tia, and T. Sims can put this in the chat, because somebody gonna miss it. And Tania, help me in the chat and tell these people where they need to come. And Tania, I hope you come.
Yeah.
And no. I was thinking Jacksonville. No.
She's gonna.
Sorry,
I think we're gonna go to her. We're actually supposed to be. I think we're going to that area.
Because I want to brag on you. Watch this though. T. Sims, Jermaine, Tiana, if y'all can help me real quick, put in the chat ilfconsulting.org. That's how people can sign up and get their ticket to come see me in Orlando. And we only got, I think it's, 6 or 5? I'll say 5 to be safe. It's only 5 VIP tickets left. And remember, we're only taking the first 30 people, period. And I'm taking 10 VIP. I think 5 are gone already.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the property, you get the VIP ticket. And guys, again, for this price point, you'd be almost crazy not to get it. For me to let you interact with my tenants, Shay's ladies, to walk through a property we bought, and we're going to spill how we did that through a DSCR loan.
Yeah, so bought it, I was the lender. Of that. We're going to talk about all of that.
Some of y'all didn't know that I lend on property. I don't care if it's 100,000 or 100 million. If you got 20%, I'm going to cover the 80 because I'm an asset-based lender, meaning that if you want to invest in property, fix and flip, buy and hold, rental property, ILF, Airbnb, you can come see me. I'm the bank, essentially.
Airbnb, you can come see me. How you rapping?
So when Shay bought that house, I was the lender.
Yeah.
And I charged her a bunch of points, y'all.
You did.
Right? But watch this. Last thing, March 28th, ilfconsulting.org, or you can text the word learn, LEARN, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And I hope to see you guys in Orlando, Florida. Shay, I'll take the first 3 questions that you got. Because you dating me tonight, girl.
Jermaine told us to be good.
And watch this. I'm not a cheap date, so she gonna have to. And
because he did that for me, so I'm I'll return the favor.
And I'm a little fresh, so I'm a little, touchy, So I'm telling you now. So
Jermaine, come get your boy.
Tonight's my night. Tonight is the night.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
You monetize. Don't do that.
But that's not better, right? Better right. You coming to me to get that money. Anyway, give me the 3 best questions y'all got.
Oh my God.
Y'all just saw somebody that got into our collective, which is only $4,997. And I think we got a stupid scholarship on it.
Yeah.
So guys, don't play with yourself, man. This woman when it got 45, her and her husband, let me put it that way.
Exactly.
When it got 45. And what I love,
something
it ain't all on the car. Some of it is a line of credit.
Can I say something though? Can I say something? Do you know how she's positioned herself to purchase a property? Do the math.
She's also in an area where mobile homes are a big deal.
Do the math.
She can also do a DSCR loan and have 20% of said number, and I can also fund it. And she didn't even know me 45 days ago, and now I'm her big brother.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So one today.
Y'all put in the chat, what's up, big bro? If God just gave you the signal now, like, is it clear? Type in the chat, what's up, big bro?
And
I'm your big brother.
Can I say something? And it's not, you would think, let me show you how good God is to us. He scripts things. So
Lord,
you see how he scripts things? Like, you would have thought that somebody done called Anthony and said, hey girl, go to the bank, go do it. We did nothing.
We didn't even know she did until she said it in the chat. But we're going to discuss it Wednesday night at 7 p.m. because that group meet me every 14 days on Zoom. How can you fail when God has got your back? So do we, my family.
Yeah.
And I meet you every 14 days. Are you kidding me? Because you know what, again, and I'm so glad I got this recorded. I told you, I said, that girl Antonia, she gonna be all right.
You said you did.
I said, because I can see how she moving. She do everything I say just like that. She does something that's called move at the speed of instruction. And some of that don't like that instruction word, move at the speed of revelation. That means when she said, oh my God, Derrick said, do what? And I can go Monday morning and do this and get approved the same day. Let me go see. I got a little nephew, y'all. He done growing up now, but one of his favorite saying was, let me D. He couldn't say C. He cannot. Antonia said, let me D. Let me go to the bank and see if this big mouth guy Derrick know what he talking about. It don't cost me nothing. And left there with $45,000.
Can I tell you something? Wait till Wednesday.
We're gonna coach her in person on Wednesday, though.
I can't wait because you can do so many power moves, Antonia, with just what is in your hand. Oh, I love this. I love when it makes sense.
I feel so good. I'm gonna do this right. I'm probably gonna get into a little trouble, but I think something is already kind of out like this.
What?
Watch this. I want you guys to visit ForstonConsultants.com. I got all kind of coaching. I got free stuff. I got a $5 group. I got group coaching, one-on-one coaching, and a DIY. Right now, I want to give a $2,000 discount, and I'll call it a scholarship, to the next 4 people that want to join the collective, which Antonia's in. Which means if you get it tonight, I'll see you Wednesday for your first coaching.
Ooh.
And watch this, Shay, whether they get this scholarship or not, I'm only taking 4 more people for this quarter in that group.
Right, because
I'll take all the one-on-one people you got. But for this group coaching, I'm only taking 4 more people for this quarter. I'm giving a $2,000 scholarship. Watch this. You can text the word 2000 to the phone number 407-326-0086 if you want it. Watch this. Do not text that if you're not financially ready to tell my team, oh, I know I had to pay for the rest of it. Yes, I'm telling you, it's $5,000, but I'm giving you $2,000 off. Does that make sense? Go to ForstonConsultants.com. FORSTON. And TikTok blowing up. ForstonConsultants.com. I'm taking the first 4 people that text the word 2000.
Or the number.
Give me that word, Shay. I don't know the word that'll do it.
Let me see.
But the first 4 people that text my system, 407-326-0086. If you just text the word 2000, my bot probably gonna say something crazy because he don't know what you talking about. But my team gonna see it, and I'm gonna give you a $2,000 scholarship off the ILF collective. So if you go to ForstonConsultants.com right now, you're going to see it say 4997 for the group coaching, the collective. When you text my team, they're going to give you a code to put in the coupon code. It's going to drop 2 G's off of it. I'm taking the first 4 people that want that. And if you just heard what Antonia got, that is pennies compared to her $45,000.
And please know this, like when you come into the collective, the last 2 meetings are in there already. So you won't be behind. The information's already there, so you're gonna catch in.
We decided to record it. Yeah. So just in case if you missed it, or I'm gonna just override what Shay said.
Boy, TikTok going wild, boy.
Like, guys, if you join now and get in Wednesday, you still gonna catch the first 2 weeks because we record them all. Does that make sense? And then every 13 and a half days of your life for the first year, you're gonna meet me as your big brother on Zoom and answer every question you got, and I'm gonna still be guiding and leading you. Yeah, like that's the whole thing. I'm gonna be teaching you, and hopefully you have 1,000 questions, and I'm gonna knock them out every 14 days. Shay, you ready to date me, or we got 3 questions? Because I told you I ain't cheap, and I'm a little fresh.
Can you talk about insurance? That's a question.
Briefly, because that's in my $5 group. right? So I'll admit, I give a whole breakdown of the insurance.
And where to go.
Just because I'm a nice guy, here it is. That led to my biggest lawsuit, not having insurance, and that made the Channel 8 news, right? You hear me say that all the time, Tess. So you need a general liability policy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's more importantly is the verbiage. And because Shay getting ready to date me and I got to go, the $5 group that I got, it's a masterclass, and it's called the ILF masterclass. It's 2.5 hours long. In there, I talk about the insurance you need, the name of it, the lady you need to call, and I go into an explanation of what to tell the people by phone. Most people mess that up because you ain't gonna tell them, well, I got a ILF. No, we ain't saying that.
You do that,
I read rules to people. We ain't saying that either. There's a certain verbiage that, quite frankly, I'll admit my team kind of been spanking me, and YouTube also don't like me saying certain stuff. So let me say it like this. There's certain verbiage that we use, and for $5, you get something I used to charge thousands of dollars for. And both of my master classes are in that $5 group. So if you guys text the word 5 to 407-326-0086, and it's scrolling below right now, you can join that group. And again, guys, all my life, you would have to pay me one-on-one coaching to get that info. I put both of them in there, the ILF and the HRA.
Housing Referral Agency.
And the HRA, the Housing Referral Agency, that's where probably 95% of y'all going to start it because you don't have a house yet. But I built a model where you can make referrals to people and still make the money. So I teach you how to get your phone to ring.
Yeah.
Social workers blowing you up, but you ain't got no house. I teach you how to refer to people in your city already got it. And then I put you in a group of a bunch of us that do it. So I build you an ecosystem. That I got an HRA training, guys, that's only $397 for the whole course. My one-on-one coaching is $7,500. The collective is $5,000. And right now I'm giving a $2,000 scholarship to 4 people that want that. So that knocks that down. So whatever 4,997 minus 2,000, that's what I'm giving y'all.
Yeah, accountant.
I think it come down to 2,997. I think. So again, man, congratulations to whoever get it, because that's a crazy deal. But I want to change your life, and I think probably God led you here because it ain't by coincidence me and you ran into each other, especially all y'all new people.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm excited about that. Shay, back on you.
So
3 questions.
Anthony says, is it good practice to counter a rental price with the landlord?
Absolutely. Anywhere I go, I'm gonna say, hey, I know you said 2,000, but what about 1,995? What about 1,800?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it. He can only say no.
Exactly.
Right. But I'm gonna give you more game. Who was that? I'm gonna give more game on that Wednesday night. I got a whole bring that back up, and I'm gonna give you a different answer in your private coach.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot more conversation behind that.
But prime example, the thing I did for her recently, I didn't just say, yeah, I'll take that for the price you said. No, we did a little, and I want that. Can you throw in that? Can you throw it? He said, all right, stop, Derrick. You're going too far. I said, okay,
I just smiled.
I'm just trying.
Derrick, I was like, look.
What you don't know unless you ask. Sometimes we have not.
Because we ask
because
not.
we
ask not.
We ask not.
We have not because we ask
it's that simple. So, y'all, I'm a simple guy. Right before my last question, talk to God tonight, y'all. And some people call it prayer. I'm going to just say, talk to your daddy tonight. Talk to him like he don't know that you watched this show tonight. Say, God, you know what? I'm really interested in starting that whole housing program thing. That guy, Derrick, and his wife seem to have it together. And I want to be a part of what they're doing. And God, I believe you all over that thing. Because God, if you not remove Derrick and Shay from my algorithm, remove them from my plate, oh God. But if Derrick and Shay are to teach me, God, make every way possible for it to make it happen. God bless me financially and my health. God, give me the mind of Christ and an able body to do what you've already called me to do. That's your prayer tonight. God, I want to do this because it's your will. God, these are your people and it's your program. You just going to let me run it. Thank you, God, in advance for what you're getting ready to do. That's the biggest cheat code I gave you tonight. I told you what to tell your daddy.
And we just going to seal that as our prayer.
And that's the prayer for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. I want all of y'all to go to forstonconsultants.com and look at the coaching packages. Get in where you fit in, as them young folks say. I got everything from free because I coach this 7 days a week for free.
Right here.
So if you're new to me, you don't know this, but I'm here 7 days a week, 7 a.m., 7 p.m., and 11 o'clock at night. 7 days a week. I am hard to miss. So the thing you've been praying for, man, nobody won't share it. I talk about this so much. Some people say I got diarrhea at the mouth because I love to give what God gave me that changed my life. Everything I have today is a result of this program.
Yeah.
And mine is called Second Chance. And every business that I started after that, all 7 of them branched from this. But the ILF model is my tree trunk. The branches is all these other businesses that we have that fell under them. That's my prayer for y'all, that God allow you to expand. So my prayer tonight, God, can you expand the territory of these people?
Yeah.
God, you don't respect the person. You will do it for them just like you did for Shay and I. But God, can you do bigger and better, exceedingly and abundantly above all they can think?
Ask a thing.
Meaning whatever you thinking, God, can you 10x it? I want God to blow the socks off of your feet. Notice I keep talking about God. That's the cheat code. We keep God first, software and systems next, and that's called digitalflowsolutions.net. When you get time, check that out. Set up an appointment with them. We use them for every business we have. It's called digitalflowsolutions.net. Get a free demo. How can you AI your whole ILF like Shay? Automated messages to case managers and social workers. Email templates already pre-built. Voicemail drops that got a voice of you recorded that you recorded one time and you send to all your case managers twice a week. Guys, it's all built in that digitalflowsolutions.net. Can two y'all put it in the chat, Tia and Jermaine? Digital, because both of them use it. It run all of their stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't care if you a chef, a landscaper, you own a daycare, or you housing the homeless. You need a CRM system. We recommend digitalflowsolutions.net. Follow me as your new big brother on Facebook, Derrick Forston. Follow us on all things Forston Consultants. And y'all shaking ready to date me, so I'm going.
Follow me at the Angela Denise Foundation on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And again, I just look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And then check out Married to the Mission, Forston's Unfiltered.
Please,
you definitely want to subscribe. I think the last episode for the Bermuda trip is going up this week. And then I think we're going to do a twofer this week. I'm going to find out from the team if we can do that too.
This one that we're getting ready to post, you don't want to miss.
You don't want to miss it.
But I'm gonna tell you now, like one of the most famous ones when Shay and I put up our tent at the beach, which is now beach season for us again because we're in Florida.
And guess what?
So we're gonna show a lot of that stuff. And so
I'm excited.
Please tune in. Y'all think we're a mess on here? Please, because we're trying to keep it professional here, but we fail sometimes. But definitely subscribe to Married to the Mission. Married to the Mission, Forston's Unfiltered. Type in either one of those names and we'll pop up. One more time. Married to the Mission, because we are the Forston's Unfiltered. Shay, anything else?
And guess who bought me a drone?
But that's not the thing she was going to tell you.
It's not.
That was an extra added gift.
Yeah.
Like you buy a purse and you put $100 in it. This was similar. So the analogy is I bought Shay a purse and I put $100 in it, but the $100 was the drone. Find out what the purse was on Married to the Mission.
Right there.
So now unto him
that is able to do
exceedingly and abundantly
above all
we can ever ask a thing,
according to God's power that worketh on us.
Y'all guys be great, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my master class that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase "more info" to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase "more info" to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text "more info" to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derrick, I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family, usually mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text "more info," just those 2 words, "more info," to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point. David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith. And while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have like a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? Like what kind of mistakes that you made? David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events. Well, I'm gonna just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. Like, what does that mean? David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derrick could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy. Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that. So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF? Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite. Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.